China has more people aged 60 plus than the entire population of the USA. Over 200 million people in China are migrant workers. 1 in 3 Chinese citizens live in rural areas. Over 60 million children in China are left behind by parents working in cities. China has 55 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, tied with Italy for the most. Over 100 million Chinese people practice Buddhism. More than 30 million Chinese people live in caves, especially in Shanxi province. Over 70% of Chinese people believe in traditional Chinese medicine. Boy eggs, eggs boiled in young boys' urine, are a spring delicacy in Dongyang. Dogs are eaten in some regions to celebrate summer. Over 80% of Chinese people believe in feng shui. Ghost marriages, weddings between dead people, still happen in rural China. Over 50 million Chinese people follow astrology and zodiac predictions. Over 60% of Chinese people believe in luck-based rituals before exams. Over 40% of Chinese people believe in reincarnation. Over 20% of Chinese people believe in UFOs. More than 10 million Chinese people believe they've seen a ghost. Over 900 million Chinese people use mobile payments daily. More than 1 billion people use WeChat for texting, shopping, banking, and more. China produces over 70% of the world's smartphones. Over 60% of global solar panels are made in China. China has more billionaires than any other country except the US. Over 300 million Chinese people shop online weekly. China's GDP per capita is still less than 1/5 of the US. Over 50% of Chinese workers earn less than $500 a month. China is the world's largest exporter, accounting for over 15% of global trade. China has 100-plus cities with over 1 million residents. Shanghai's population is larger than the entire country of Australia. China built a hospital in 10 days during COVID-19. Over 60% of Chinese cities suffer from air pollution. China has the world's longest high-speed rail network, over 40,000 km. Over 500 million surveillance cameras are installed across China. Beijing's subway system carries over 10 million passengers daily. China has more skyscrapers than any other country. Over 80% of Chinese urban households live in apartments. China has built more infrastructure in Africa than any other foreign country. Over 10 million students take the Gaokao exam, each year one of the world's toughest. Chinese students spend 12-plus hours a day studying during exam season. Over 90% of Chinese parents pay for private tutoring. China has more STEM graduates than any other country. Over 300 million Chinese children learn English in school. Over 70% of Chinese youth say they feel academic pressure daily. China banned video games for kids on weekdays. Over 60% of Chinese students say they've cheated on exams. More than 80% of Chinese students wear school uniforms. Over 50% of Chinese youth say they want to study abroad.